Namaskar, welcome to Whitetail. Here we will explore the Aravalli range, which are not dying naturally. They are being sacrificed with legal stamps, political smiles, and public silence. So before asking who destroyed the Aravallis, ask this: who allowed it to happen?
A majestic band across India tells a tale that stretches back millions of years. Its ancient peaks and valleys, nestled across various states, have stood firm against the relentless march of time, acting as guardians of rich ecosystems and communities. Yet these sentinels are being threatened by the very hands that once celebrated them. The uncomfortable reality is that mere elections and votes can become tools in the hands of the powerful, allowing capital interests to redefine our relationship with nature. As we delve deeper, the significance of the Aravallis becomes evident. This range is not just a geographical feature, it is deeply embedded in the cultural and environmental fabric of the region. These hills serve as a natural barrier against the encroaching desert, support the delicate balance of groundwater resources, and protect us from the fierce summers of northern India. The rich biodiversity found within these slopes fosters life, a treasure trove that must not be taken for granted. Those who seek to exploit this wealth may see only profit, failing to recognize the ecological imbalances that will ensue. In the ongoing battle between capital and the common man, the stakes are alarmingly high. On one side, we find luxury resorts and opulent farmhouses, symbols of opulence that thrive on the destruction of natural landscapes. On the other side are villagers, uprooted and impoverished, whose very existence hinges on the resources these hills provide. As the law is manipulated to favor profit, it becomes increasingly clear the true cost of development is borne by those least equipped to pay. The air quality deteriorates for workers, while women and children trek long distances for essential water. The narrative plays out as capitalism's oldest trick emerges. While profits soar, the burdens tragically plummet onto the shoulders of the vulnerable. The alarming reality lies not only in environmental degradation, but in the systemic breakdown of laws that purport to protect these vital landscapes. What was once deemed sacred, protected forest land, is being reclassified and redefined, offering countless loopholes for aggressive exploitation. Legislative assembly floors become battlegrounds where definitions shift, and the integrity of nature is bartered away in exchange for political expediency. This stark contrast reveals how power can manipulate legal frameworks, transforming what was once illegal into legally sanctioned exploitation, all under the watchful eyes of the very constituents who believed in a just governance. The Aravalli crisis is more than a local struggle. It is a symbol of a broader fight for the survival of our planet amidst ever-increasing corporate greed. In a complex interplay of effects, the essence of democracy is intricately linked to the actions of politicians, the influence of corporate backing, and ultimately, our own participation. At the heart of this dynamic lies a sobering reality. The destruction of the Aravallis does not occur in isolation. Politicians, driven by the necessity of capital in campaigns, respond to the expectations set before them. Each election cycle, we engage briefly but fall silent, conferring power. Yet, we vanish until the next voting moment, allowing distance to grow between ourselves and the critical decisions that shape our environmental landscape. The consequences of this neglect become starkly evident, especially when we turn to the legal structures designed to protect our natural heritage. The meticulously crafted guidelines from the Ministry of Environment fade against the robust enforcement gap when large sums of money collide with power, subverting the very regulations intended to safeguard our ecosystems. Amidst this legislative veneer lies the harsh truth. The battle against environmental degradation is often lost before it even begins due to the failings in will and implementation. As the ramifications of the Aravalli's decline ripple outward, it is the marginalized who bear the brunt first. Dust storms engulfing urban areas, borewells running dry, and once fertile soil cracking under the strain of unrelenting heat. We face a tipping point where the collapse of these ancient hills threatens not just the environment, but fundamental necessities like food and water. The narrative is not against development, it is in defense of sustainability. The poorest communities are always the first to suffer, yet the mounting costs will reach every stratum of society, entrenching an irreversible toll on our collective future. The ultimate responsibility lies not solely with those in power, but with us, the electorate. The Aravallis are an emblem of a larger struggle, a battleground where the forces of capital and political indifference conspire to erode our natural wealth. The clamor for responsible governance must not diminish once elections conclude. Rather, our vigilance must intensify thereafter. What is at stake is profound. the irreversible loss of ecosystems, diminished resources, and a detrimental legacy for future generations. The true inquiry we must confront, therefore, is not solely about who enacts destruction, but critically, who remains complicit by their silence.